Hello everybody and welcome back to the Lunaverse. I'm in the middle of the ocean on an island, and I don't know if you recognize this, but have a guess. This is the nether portal, and you can see it. There's the main base, and the reason I'm out there with two shulkers removing things, it's because I want to do a few things today. And later on, we will use this island. I'm gonna fly over it. I even really look at it really closely, to be honest, but I think this is a great spot. There's flowers. Oh, we can do a lot of things with flowers. There's bees and all kind of things, which is really good. It's not too big, it's not too small, and it's pretty close to the island, but far enough not to be loaded when I don't want to go there. And the reason why I want that is to create some kind of industrial district, farming area or something like that. I would probably not tear all of that down and dig all the way down to the bedrock, which I already tried out in the past season. I'm not gonna do it again, not soon. That's too big of a task. But yeah, that's gonna be later on in the episode. We're gonna be the first farm right there. But the first one, as you can see, there's a marker. It's to build a raid farm. Jumping into the water is not the best thing either. So we've got all of that glass, and we've got all of these things to build a farm. It's a design from Logical Geek Boy. I was thinking about doing a stacking raid farm, but it's probably too OP, and well, with a few restrictions on the server, it's not really working properly. So we build a smaller one, which is still, well, a stacking raid farm, but not all the way up to build limit or something. Yeah, too big. This one will be enough. The center of the cone will be right there. And if we take a look in options, video settings, and you get that down to 6 chunk, that is the sodium thing, by the way, you can see there is no land apart from that small island. That's why I picked that spot. It's not too far from the main base, not too far from the future farming area. There's dolphins, which is good, even though we don't really care about it, for the farm at least. So yeah, that's the perfect spot, and hopefully it won't be too much rendered from the actual base, and if it is, we'll do something about it later, or maybe build something around it, making sure it is spawn proof, because we don't want to have the raid starting elsewhere than in the killing chamber. Alright, but now we need to get things done. So, okay, well, you know what, let's start the time lapse and don't talk about that. Never. And there it is, in all of its glory. That's awesome. I still need to put a few boats on the top to avoid the vexes, because I tried it. They're pretty tough, and they will probably kill me from start, basically. That's what happened in my testings at the first try. So, yeah, I'm not gonna do that, but that is good. We even have some double speed sorter. That's great. They just don't have any items yet. I need to sort that out, as you can see. But yes, that's good. We have these two hoppers for, well, the overflow, the things, the mess, and the totems of undying, because that's the first thing we want from this farm. It's the totem of undying, because as you know, we do have our melon and pumpkins. That makes up tons of emeralds already with villagers. This is really only for the totems of undying, which is good. And there's another thing we still need, and yeah, the villager cell is empty because we need to gather some from the breeder or the village, which is not that far away, that direction. I don't know which one would be the easiest one, because the villagers are, well, they're not producing any babies because we do have a limit on how much we can get. So that would mean bringing the two ones that are breeding over there somewhere, probably on that island already. And I don't want to do that. I think I will gather two more from the village, which is that direction, bring them on the island, and make a temporary breeder, because we need some villagers later on as well. That's good. And the sun, yeah, I don't know why, but I'm a bit lost. I think the sun is going down that way when it's going that way. I don't know. Maybe because the landmass is there and I want to look that way. When I'm at the house, I look the other way around. I can't wait to run this. But yeah, as I said, missing the villager, so it's not ready yet. Can I? Yeah, I can. Awesome. I'm so glad that's done. And it wasn't that bad. I mean, that farm is very simple to build and quite fast as well, which is also why I choose to go for that design. And I will probably have to do something, because that's rendering. I don't really want to. I will have to think about the design or something to put around it. While I'm going past this spot, there's, we have the villagers below this, and even below, I haven't shown you that, I think, maybe I did. I do have a big room. Yeah, you're trying, but it's not working. Come on, can I? Please? Thank you. Yeah, I digged a big room. To start with, it was to produce an iron farm, but I've not done it, and I do have this big thing, and as you can see, I'm gathering lava, because there's lava on top, which is temporary. I will move that somewhere else, probably in our farming area. But yes, that's where I want to put my real storage, because the one we do have in the starter base is too small. And we have all of our villagers right there, so I think that's a good spot. We'll have to put a direct way to go in, which I haven't thought about. Wait. Oh boy, there's a box. Yeah, I said, getting distracted, but there's a box. Thanks for the gift. That's from Mel. Awesome. Yeah, the entrance to the storage will be somewhere in this spot. Maybe a staircase going down and going back that way. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, that's the best thing. Because maybe I put one in my first episode in that pond and I forgot to name it. So it despawned. Yep. But that's good because we get a new one and I won't forget to rename it this time. If you think about a name, I would love to hear your suggestion in the comments, and I'll pick the one that I like the most and name it after that. That's gonna be a good idea. Oh, that's why. Okay, so she asked me, I will bring you the thing to enchant your bow, which are these. And in exchange for all of the books for the staff, I got to get 2 diamond blocks and some terracotta apparently. So that's good. Cool. We need to enchant the bow now. But yeah, that's great. Okay. Yeah, I messed with a few farms. Don't mind it too much. All of these things will move over on the other island. That's gonna look way better in this area. It's gonna be great. But before we start with the storage, we'll need quite a few hoppers, which means iron. So we have to start to build the iron farm. And in that spot, I think is the perfect one. It's far enough from that thing. I was first considering building it way closer to load it, but the issue is I would probably have raid spawned, like in this area, it's loaded with the farm, so that would have been a very bad idea. Let's face it, having the raid spawning on the iron farm is not the best thing to do. So, well, this one I cannot really AFK to it. Well, I cannot at all. So when I'm not running that farm, I can go and AFK this one, which is good enough. So it's not really a big deal. Iron farm is producing easily when you're AFK, so that's good. So that's where we're gonna build it. Enough talking. Let's jump into building Timelaps. Alright. It is done. And as you can see, I made some modification to it. The first one being, well, I created that new collection system to get everything into one chest. The reason why is because that was a bit of a hassle to get to the chest, and you know me, I don't want that. I want to make things a bit more simple in a way. Not very simple. There's some landing there, but when they fall down, the entity regrouping thing, get them together. Of course, at the same time, that almost never happened. But yeah, we've got both. Not to worry. As you can see, well, you will probably see it in action. They will regroup and end up in that chest. Look at that. That's how many iron we got for like maybe 3 hours in total. It's not too bad. I mean, it's really good. I like it. And that is a temporary AFK chamber, and this is a temporary chest anyway. And I wanted to get something centralized for now, but in the futures we'll have an even more centralized thing, because I will build farms, mob farms, around this place. And I want all of the items to go at the same spots, sorted in a way as much as I can. And that spot will apparently be that side of the island, somewhere around here. I don't know where yet, but that's the thing. And you may notice a bit of a difference between the time lapse and this farm. The reason is I had to raise it 3 blocks because the golem were spawning on the collecting system at the bottom. That's great, isn't it? So yeah, I just lost like 2 hours in total, just rebuilding the farm 3 blocks higher. that wasn't supposed to be there. That's why I built it near the water, and well, that was a mistake. But anyway, now it's working. As you can see, both disappeared. So they ended up in the chest anyway, which is good. So that's it for the iron farm. I'm glad I've got it because, well, you know, iron is a supply that you need a lot for hoppers and things like that. So, yeah, I'm so happy I've got it. I've got these two lightning rods, which is good. That way our villagers will never end up turning into witches. I was trying to figure out the word. Something else you'll probably notice is the render distance. I downloaded the mod Bobby for Fabric, and that just looks better. I like seeing way far away, so these are not really loaded on the server. That's client side, and it's really good. I like to see the whole area, and that gives you a sense of distance and things like that. When you walk around, you probably don't want to see that farm rendering the distance, so you might want to lower the chunks. But that's good. You can see the farming area will be there. That's great. I love it. Oh, that's so good. I love to see that far. Also, one more thing about the raid farm. As you can see, the villager is in place. Well, in fact, it was in place after the time lapse because I recorded the overall look of it with the shaders and all of that after I put the villager in place. So that's why it is on the time lapse and not when I talked after. You know, editing sometimes. You do things after other and you make small mistakes like that. But anyway, it's not really a big issue. And just to give you a sense of distance, I will fly all the way to the outpost where I get the bad omen effect. Of course, I will do a tunnel into the nether that will make things way faster and way easier, and I will make sure I don't run into a village, because the village we get the villager from, it's right there. Somewhere. Oh, a bit further. Yeah, there it is. See, that's the village, and the villager outpost is right there. So, as you can see, it's not far off to travel. It's really good. And that's also why I built a farm that close to the base. It's close to me, and the villager outpost is not far off. Oh, just a fox. Yay. But here they are. Two farms in the background, looking rather gorgeous. I will run the raid farm in between episodes, collect a bunch of totem, and we'll start the next one with something totem related. But for now, that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope that you've enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and by the way, that also helps the channel to grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye. I also have a farming simulator channel, so if you want to check it out, here's the first video on Gabezillia farm.